Hi, it's Kirby
and Dana
from KJF-TravelAdventures, and we're in Vegas. Part 2 of our vlog is doing some off-strip exploring. We're at Red Rock Canyon. Let's go. Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area is just a few miles west of Las Vegas and encompasses over 195,000 acres within the Mojave Desert. There is a fee to visit Red Rock Canyon. However, if you have an America's the Beautiful Park Pass, that will work to cover the fee. Additionally, from October through May, you must reserve a timed entry to start the 13-mile one-way scenic driving loop within the park. There are over 25 different hikes and trails, ranging from easy to difficult. Visit the Red Rock Canyon website for a full list so you can plan ahead. Incredible view. It looks like it's fake. This is the first stop on the 13-mile one-way scenic loop. It's called Calico Hills. We've said this in multiple other vlogs when we've been in national parks, but you need to download the GuideAlong app. They offer narrated GPS-led tours of tons of places around the US and even outside the US, I believe, and it has made our experience at the national parks when we visit so much richer, and we get so much better information and history and knowledge from using the GuideAlong app.
Here, the seam of Red Rock is fully exposed. So, let's quickly answer the obvious question. Why is Red Rock Canyon so red? We'll actually talk about how these ridges formed later as we go around, but I'm going to finish the color part now. It's prolonged exposure to water that percolated through the sand when they were hardened dunes that has caused the oxidized iron to be leached out. That leads to colors that vary from yellow to orange to red. If we want to think of it in more relatable terms, the rock at Red Rock Canyon is basically rusting. Before pioneering white people began settling in these parts, Native Americans have a history of using this land going back as much as 12,000 years. The two cultures we know the most about were the Southern Paiutes, who were present here from around 900 AD, and descendants of whom still live in the region. Prior to the Paiute, the Anasazi people used these lands from roughly 2,000 years ago for the next 1,000 years or so.
even if you don't do any of the more difficult, challenging hikes, I would highly recommend finding this short walk to the petroglyph wall.
Yeah.
It was, I think, 0.1 miles each way.
It was pretty easy. It was a little gravelly, so I would, if you're really unstable, maybe skip it. But then you get to see some of the petroglyphs, which was pretty cool.
And the petroglyphs are etchings in the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are also pictographs, which are paintings on the rocks, which is what this is. And there's far less of these because obviously the paint didn't last as long as etched rock would.
Right.
All right, final thoughts on Red Rock Canyon.
It was really cool. It's like, what, 30 minutes drive?
Yeah, it was maybe...
From the Strip?
Yeah, maybe a half an hour.
And the GuideAlong actually gave us directions and gave us history to and from Red Rock.
Mm-hmm. And the GuideAlong is for that whole area. So it's Red Rock, if you did Hoover Dam, or if you went all the way out to Grand Canyon, the West Rim, all of that's in one sort of bundle. And they even had some info up and down like the Strip as we were driving back to and from the hotel. So, I mean, I know we've talked about it in basically every vlog where we go somewhere that has a guide-along. But
really
it's
awesome.
totally worth
It's really
it.
great.
And you own that for life, right? So we bought it. If we go back 2 years from now and they've made updates, it'll update. We don't have to buy it again. It's just, you know, it's a really great app. It really makes your experience
Better.
richer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we mostly stuck to the loop, the driving loop. We didn't go off on any long
No, the only
trails.
walk we did was to the petroglyph wall.
Yeah.
And so the loop was, I would say, really accessible. Every parking spot except one we stopped and had handicap parking spots with the van, the wider spaces. You could see a lot without having to go off-roading, right, and going on any of the trails. There's a lot to see without having to do any challenging hikes. So
Yeah. There were some hikes that I kind of wish we had time to do.
yeah.
But the ones that looked beautiful, like going in the, it was called like the coldest part where there was a waterfall, or I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
There was a name, but it looked really gorgeous, but it was like 2 miles in, 2 miles out.
Yeah.
So that, we didn't have time for that.
No, which didn't work with our plans, but it was really worth it.
Yeah.
Our America the Beautiful Pass covered it, so we didn't pay anything to go in. I mean, it was a good half day sort of excursion from Vegas to get you out of the bright lights of Vegas. So see some nature.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, I'm Kirby.
I'm Dana.
From KJF Travel Adventures. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when all of our new videos drop.
Bye.
Bye.